Do you want potential clients to know, like, and trust you and your law firm before you've even spoken with them? I'm Darcel. I've been an attorney for 16 years. The past 9 I've been out on my own as a solo. And today we're going to talk about kind of 3 main pillars in building your strong legal brand, the brand of your law firm. We're going to talk about your logo, your website, and your marketing, and how they work together to really build credibility and attract your ideal client. So let's talk about why branding matters for your law firm, especially as a solo, right? As a solo attorney, you have direct control over these decisions that are being made for your law firm. And branding is more than just like colors or logos. Like it delivers a message to the potential client, right? One of trust, one of professionalism that you're delivering to the client. And your first impressions really do matter, right? Because clients are researching you and your firm and maybe 5 other lawyers and law firms before they even contact you. And so we want to make sure we have a strong and consistent brand that's going to build you more referrals, more clients, and inherently more revenue in your law firm. So let's start with a logo. A lot of the attorneys that I work with who are going out on your own and making those plans to do so, one of the first things we work on is the logo. But I don't like to spend a lot of time deciding on a logo. Like let's just pick one and let's go. Like that's kind of my motto when I'm coaching my clients. Like let's go. We're not going to dwell on the perfectionism that slows us down and stops us from momentum. We're going to pick something and just go. And then if we want to change it later, we can. But there are some things to consider when picking a logo for your firm. Now, simplicity is key in my opinion. I wouldn't want you to have something that's overly complex or confusing or anything that's too like cliche, right? Like don't do gavels, don't do scales, don't do Lady of Justice holding the scale. Like, I don't know. That's just, if that works for you, then I love that for you. But for me, that would not work for me. And if I'm advising my law firm owners kind of what to do, I would tend to stay away from something like that. And that's usually not the impression or image or brand that my law firm owners want to give to potential clients, right? And so we're usually not going with that. But we do pay attention to like font and color and making sure that it's consistent. Like what's on the logo on your website should match your business cards, should match your letterhead, should match the content you're putting out on social media. So I'm not a very creative person. Like coming up with a logo is not in my forte. And when I went out on my own, there was just, I didn't know where to start. And back then, I mean, that was, gosh, I've been on my own for 9 years, but I shared with you for I think about 6 months before I went out on my own. That was kind of like my runway to preparing to go solo. So it's been almost 10 years now since I was initially had decided like, okay, yes, I'm going to open my law firm. And so when deciding on a logo, like I didn't have the luxury of AI and Chat GPT and all the incredible things that Canva can do to create a logo. And so you have all those tools available to you now. So use those. But what I did, I went on Fiverr, which is Fiverr.com, where you can go online and hire talent for people who are really good at designing logos and for all kinds of things like, websites or business cards. Like you just pay someone to do that. I think I paid 20 or 30 bucks for the logo of my law firm and saved myself hours of time of trying to create it. Now, again, I didn't have the luxury of all the AI options that you have now. So you probably could put one together pretty quickly. But if you're stuck, if that's slowing you down and holding you back, go on Fiverr, look at people's portfolios, pay someone. I would think even now, even though it's been almost 10 years, like less than 50 bucks, maybe, I think. I don't know. I haven't priced it out, but I don't think you need to spend a lot on a logo, and just make sure whatever you choose that you have it consistent. Again, website, social media, business cards, things like that, that is consistent among all those platforms. Now, let's talk about a website, because a website is quite the task for someone who is not technologically inclined, as I am not. But I did build my own law website for my law firm when I first went out on my own. I use Squarespace. I think maybe the cost now is 150 or $200, something like that per year, to create and design your own website. They have a lot of click and play, like click and plug, I don't know what you would call it, but or plug and play. I'm not sure. I'm not calling it the right thing. But to be able to, they give you like a template or multiple templates to choose from for a website. You pick the one that you like and you just drag and drop photos and text and buttons and things like that. I had about 5 pages on my website when I first went out on my own, did it myself. You just really want to have a clean design. You want something that looks good on mobile, so on phones and iPads, things like that, and that it's going to load fast for your clients who are viewing your website. And so you want to highlight, your homepage, who you are, why you do what you do, your practice area. I would suggest some kind of continuing content, so like a blog or videos that you're adding to your website. I think twice a month is a good number of pieces of content to put on your website monthly. So aim for twice a month. And then making sure you're sharing that on your website. I also, if you have any like client reviews, I put that on your website, or some testimonials as you get them, then I would add them in the future if you don't have them yet, if you're new to practicing law. Making sure that the voice is consistent. I've seen a lot of like AI generated websites, which is a great place to start, right? That way you're not starting from scratch. But you want to make sure it sounds like you and that it's consistent with who you are. And then, I'm not very well versed in the SEO world. There's plenty of other legal marketers who are far better than I am. I would by no means say I'm a legal marketer at all. But you want to make sure your clients can find you and that you are telling people how you can help them, and you're getting that message in front of the people who need to hear it, right? So if you need to be clear on who your client is, so you can know where are they going when they have the problem that you can help with, right? So are they talking to people? Like for me and the bankruptcy and real estate, area, that would be real estate agents and mortgage brokers and bankers and things like that, as far as people who are going to be talking to my potential clients. But also online, where are your clients online? If you're a local law firm, probably some Facebook groups are good for you to be appearing in. Or for some national practices, maybe Instagram's a better reach or TikTok's a better reach. If you have an appellate practice and your potential client are other attorneys referring business to you, then you probably want to be on LinkedIn, right? So there's different options as far as where you want to be, but you have to know who your client is and where they are to be able to know where do you need to be, where should you be showing up. A few of my law firm owners don't really want to hop on social when they first go out on their own, and that's fine as long as we're taking action to get you in front of people who need your help and that we can tell them what it is that you do. So again, keeping the voice consistent, the tone consistent, the colors consistent in your branding. Again, wherever you are using it, social, website, your email, your business cards, making sure it's all consistent. And so, when I was picking my logo and colors, I went with navy and white. I like that color combo. That's what I used when I went out on my own, and I still use that as well. My website has a little bit of like a light green color as well as a third color for the website, and so I really like that. But over the years, even though I've been on my own for 9 years, I'm continuing to tweak and revise my website. It's never perfect. Even now, it's not perfect. It's never going to be perfect. And when I launched my website, it was far from being perfect. But done is better than doing nothing, right? Like having it done and having it out there and that you can improve on as you have more experience and can update it, that's far better than just not putting it out there and not making your website live because you don't think it's just right. You don't think it's perfect yet. We don't need perfection. We're really going for a solid B, maybe a B plus work. And we're not going for the 100% A plus on everything that we do because we know that there's always going to be improvement and changes down the road. And so I'd really encourage you to, if you are going out on your own and haven't done so yet and you're putting these pieces together, making sure that as you are developing your brand for your law firm that you are taking these things into consideration. If you're already out on your own, look at what you're doing. Look at what you're putting out. Look at your branding, your imaging, your marketing, and making sure it represents who you are, what you do, and how you do it, right? And so, taking a look at that and making sure it's consistent is a big key in ensuring that you have the message being delivered to your potential client. So my biggest takeaway being on my own for the past 9 years as it pertains to my law firm and my brand is that I am the brand, right? There's plenty of other attorneys who do what I do. And I'm not the best at what I do. I know that. There's always going to be someone who, you feel or think maybe, better than you or has, a more developed practice than you. That's always going to be the thing. But I will tell you that I have learned to embrace who I am and that the clients are attracted to me and my brand, which is what I have that differentiates me from any other attorney. Right. And so I have that's not a word. I have made concerted efforts to develop that know, like, and trust factor with potential clients before they even have a consult with me. So by the time we're at the consult, they already know they want to work with me. They've already decided that I'm their attorney for them. And on the flip side of that, there's going to be people who see me and decide, like, you know what, that's not the attorney for me. And that's okay. And part of you is going to have to be okay with knowing that you're not going to be for everyone. Not everyone's going to want to work with you. And that's okay. But the people that you do draw and connect into your world and that your message speaks to, they're going to want to work with you. They will drive half an hour, an hour past many, many other attorneys' offices to come work with you because they like you and what you stand for and your brand and your messaging, and you're the one that they want to entrust with their legal issue. So keeping all that in mind as we develop our branding, develop our message, developing your voice as an attorney and as a business owner. What does your law firm stand for? And so I would love to hear, kind of what branding things are you working on? What decisions have you made in your law firm with your branding and your marketing? I would love to hear it. I'm always wanting to hear kind of new ideas and new thoughts as far as marketing our law firms and growing as business owners. Because yes, we're attorneys. Yes, we are solo, law firm owners. We are a business owner first before we are a lawyer. So I'm always looking at ways to, improve or change or take feedback and kind of see how I can do my law firm better and how I can help my clients who are law firm owners also improve their law firms. So I hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.